Hello, so my Maytag front load dryer was making a lot of vibrating noise, so I decided to take it apart and figure out why. So there's a front cowling to find, and come to find out that a lot of dust had built up on the blower motor, which is located on the front side. You'll see here in this video what I do. So I found it at this point, so I'm going to vacuum it out. I'm going to get all that dust out of there, using a screwdriver, clean up all in there. I'm going to vacuum outside in the cowling that covers it as well. Get it all nice and clean, get it from the top side. So when you go to reinstall it, it should look like this. There's going to be 3 bolts that hold the center screws. You'll see them. 1 right over here, 2 in the middle, and then 3 over on the far side. Make sure you got your connection out of the way there. Alright, so wipe it off when you're done. Make sure it's nice and clean. Next step, we're going to put the front door on. Make sure you got a shoe propping this up. Alright, you got 4 holes on the bottom, but the door's going to go back. Alright, and then you got 3 on top. 1, 2, and 3. There's also a little side. You'll see it's got a little hook on the edge, so you can hang it. It'll help you a lot when you're mounting it. You can also see it a little better from this angle. Alright, you got 2 different size screws, so make sure the bigger ones go on top. So now I got them in, lined up, and now I've got 4 for the bottom that are shorter. The bottom is a little more difficult. It takes a little more finesse to get those in. But with a little effort and a little pushing, you'll be able to get them all in. It takes a second, but I did. It's a 1/4 inch drive for all of these. You can see where I got them. You can use anything to lift that up. Alright, now you got 2 that go on the front, right just below where you put the clothes in. Now those are Phillips head screws. And for these, I would probably use a hand screwdriver. You're just going to get it a lot more snug and make sure you don't crack anything, because everything is very susceptible to damage if you don't know what you're doing with an impact. So now we're going to put the front panel on. So it's got a little electrical connection. You want to make sure you slide that through this hole right there. So it's going to pop through. And you'll see we also have that other connection for the bottom, which I disconnected earlier. So then you also have these 2 plastic pegs on either side that need to line up with the holes. Just make sure you get them down in there when you're applying it. Yeah, it takes a little finesse. But once you got it in there, it'll fall in, and you're going to have a screw on either side. You can see it looks a self-tapper. It goes on either side of that. Yeah, there's 1, and there's 2. Just sneak right in there. Okay, then you're going to go and grab your electrical connection from your board and plug it back into your circuit board. Then you got this other connection. It only goes one way. You can look at the peg. Just make sure you line it up properly, and you'll be able to get connected just like that. Then with your other one, you also have a little plastic holding mount. So make sure you pop that back up through that same hole too. Just like that. And double check your connections. Then next, you just got to throw the top back on. On the back, it's got brackets that hold it in place. Just 1 screw on either side. And the front side, you'll see where it's got holes that pop into these little rivets. So you just need to line it up and then press forward. It'll go into those holes. Not too hard. Once you line it up, just push from the back. And then just line those screws back up. Hit them with a 1/4 inch driver. Make sure they're snug. Be in good shape. Then all you got to do is hook back up your vent. Yep, just right there on the edge. Clamp it down. And then before you know it, you got a quiet dryer and a happy dog.